Right guys, welcome back to the workshop. So the video I was planning to do this week, I've ended up putting on hold because I just didn't have enough time to finish it and get the video done. So I decided to stop what I was doing and tackle a slightly smaller job that I wanted to do. So quite a while ago now, I was taking a walk with my better half at our local park, and they were doing some renovation work at the community centre, and outside in the skip I found this long length, looks like an old skirting board. I'm not even sure what wood it is. It's hardwood of some description. It has got a big cut across the middle, and you can see where it was kind of attached to the wall, and there was like plugs which they put in. So obviously I grabbed it, and I think I'm gonna chop it across the middle, and then I'm gonna cut some thin strips, and I'm gonna use that to edge my mitre station, just to cover up the edge of the plywood and just give it a bit more protection from like knocks and scrapes. So the middle of the board actually had a cut 3/4 of the way through, so I finished that with a handsaw just to make the pieces a bit more manageable. Then I could rip the rounded edge or the top of the skirting board off. Once that was done, I could start ripping all the thin strips that I would need, and I'm cutting them to about 1/2 inch, 12mm thereabouts. So after cleaning one edge on all the strips, I then ripped them down to the final thickness, which is about 3/4 of an inch. Then I could start cutting the mitered corners, and I've got to say these sliding doors are an absolute godsend. It's so easy to transition from straight cuts to angled cuts, and so much better than the two separate panels that I had attached with magnets. And of course I've got to showcase the doors in action just to show how well they work. So to save me from cutting it too short, I made multiple cuts and kept checking it until it was the correct length. And to attach it, I'm going to be using a combination of wood glue and some brad nails. So to strengthen the mitered corners, I'm going to be using some Starbond CA glue and the aerosol accelerator. The Starbond actually works really well on its own, but when you're doing something like this that you need it to dry quickly so you can kind of get on with the job in hand, the accelerator just speeds that process up. So the first couple of bits are now in place, and I'm really happy with the way it's going. But that was the easy part. Now I've got the strange angles that are either side of the mitre saw, and if I'm totally honest, I struggled with these. One, I haven't got a angle finder. Two, both left and right side were completely different because all I did was nip the corners off on the bench with the jigsaw. I didn't actually measure it. And the easiest way I could find to do it was to start off with the flat bit on the corner and then flush that up with the workbench and then attach the side pieces, leaving them long, and then using the world's most useless flush cut saw, I could then follow the angle of the corner and trim it off. Now, I'm not 100% happy with the way these corners turned out, probably due to the fact that I'm using this absolutely useless, not even fit for purpose flush cut saw. And the first time I used this, it actually lost all its teeth, and all I was trying to do was undercut a door frame. So it was only normal wood, but really need to invest in a decent flush cut saw because this one has had it. And just to finish it off, I ran the orbital sander across it just to soften the sharp edges up, and that was it, done. So overall, I'm fairly happy with the way it turned out. The mitred corner at the left end, perfect. The only bit I'm not happy about is the corner parts where the mitre saw is, especially the left side, because I ended up sanding it a bit too heavily and it kind of rounded it over. The right one isn't perfect, but I'm more happy with that side. So at a later date, I might improve the left side, but as it's only on there to protect the edge of the plywood, it should be okay. Right guys, well I hope you enjoyed that one. So I might have something a bit different coming up in the very near future. I'm not sure if it's going to be this coming week or the following week. But all I will say is I'm not going to be in the workshop. I'm going to be somewhere else. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel and you like woodworking, DIY or tool reviews, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. After all, it doesn't cost you anything. All you've got to do is just click the little button that says subscribe. So what you waiting for? So until the next video, stay safe and you'll see me in the next one. Cheers for watching, guys.